Hi, I'm Andy Kinder. Today you join me at a rather bitterly cold winter's day here at the fabulous Barston Lakes, where I'm hopefully going to show you a few little tips, a few little tricks on putting a few fish in your net on a typically cold winter's day. So let's get this fish unhooked and I'll talk you all through it, how to keep you interested, getting your string pulled before them long, crazy, easy days of summer come along when we're catching loads of fish. So let's get this one unhooked and then I'll explain to you how I'm doing it. Oh, it's not a massive fish, but like I was saying, it's an F1, and if you do it right, you're certainly going to put a few fish on bank. So let's get him back. Right, I was just thinking about having a cup of tea then, just to warm the cockles and all that, and then suddenly rod's burst into life. Round it's gone, literally dragged the rod in. I don't think it's a carp, but I think it's probably one of Barston's notorious F1s. But it does prove a point that you've got the right gear on, you've got the right setup, even on the coldest of coldest days what we've got today, and it is cold, you can still get a bite. And I think it is one of the big F1s. It is. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely nailed. Bottom lip, which is where we want him. Let's see if we can hold him up. Here we go, look at that. That's a proper F1, isn't it? So let's get him back. So it just goes to show, like I was saying, you get the right tactics, the right way of fishing, and even on the coldest of days, we've had a pull there. What more can you ask for? So let's get another bag on, let's get it dipped, let's get it back out there, see if we can get another. Well, the wintry sun has appeared through the trees, and I say it quite a lot. Especially with winter carp fishing. There'll always be a window of opportunity open for you. And you know, we're probably getting towards some part of the warmest part of the day now. And you know, confidence is a massive, massive thing in winter carp fishing. It's having the confidence to sit there, be patient, and hopefully catch a few fish. And yeah, we've been rewarded. Don't get me wrong, there'll be days when you can sit there all day and you're not going to get a bite, but at least by staying positive, having the right gear on, putting it in the right place, that small window of opportunity might just open up. We're somewhere near. Just heard my shock leader come through rings. I don't think it's a massive fish, but might even be another big F1. It is. It's a proper monster F1. Oh dear, look at him. Oh, he's got shoulders like Mike Tyson. Oh. Let's unhook him. Show him yet. Hey. And obviously, because I didn't want to get my hands cold, it unhooked itself in net, which is even better. But all I'm going to say is, have a look at him for a brute. Proper big winter F1. PVA bag, tea bag. Job done. Let's get him back. There's going to be another one. We're going to get another. Right, so what's been doing the damage today? Quite, like I said, quite a simple setup. We've got a really bright, visible hookbait. You see I've got a pink one on there, but we've caught some on orange, we've caught some on pink. Just a case of varying round the hookbaits and seeing which they want. But I would have said pink is probably has been the best sort of option today. 50-50 really, pink, orange, but a real bright, visible hookbait. You can see I've got my lead set up there where I've got the elastic running through it and a quick snap link on the bottom just so I can take my hook length off. And that is important on PVA bag fishing because it gives me a thing to get one of my bags. You can see I've really tied them. There's a mixture of pellets in there. They're going to explode on the bottom. And I put the latch needle through them like that. Attach my hook length and pull it through. And that's important. You're pulling it through. Your bait is literally sat right in among that little pile of pellets. When that bag breaks down, it's exposing a little pile of pellets all the way around that real bright hook bait. 0.20 hook length. I'm not messing about because, like I say, if we get a bite, it's going to pull rod in. And there we've got the lead, and then it's just a case of attaching the hook length to the lead like so. 6-inch hook length. That I think is important. If it's allowed at your fishery, a 6-inch hook length, you don't get that pendulum effect. You do need a biggish bomb on to cast it out. It's an 1.5 ounce bomb we've got on there. You need a bigger bomb than what the actual PVA is, and it helps in casting, helps in getting it out there. But I think one of the big things that will get you a few bites this time of year, pellets are pellets, and the carp, any particular fish likes to eat pellets, but it's all about putting that scent trail, that attraction in the water, and yeah, dips. It's all about dips. We're getting more and more into carp fishing. We're following the carper's lead on this, and dips, additives, things like that are so important now, in my opinion, on match venues or venues like Barston, what sees a lot of carp anglers. You have to fish it just like they do. And here we go. I've got my dip there. It's one I'm actually trialling at the minute for Dynamite, which they've made me up to my specifications, but loads and loads of good dips out there. Look, sauce, liquid. Look for the liquid food attractants. They're the ones that have the most attractant level in them. The liquid foods, they're a little bit dearer, but they're thicker. They stick to the PVA a lot better, and they're just so much better than some of the cheaper additives out there. It's a liquid food source, and you're actually putting food in the water, but there's nothing there for them to eat other than your hook bait. So we get the dip. You can see it's quite thick like that. Can get quite messy as well, so be ever so careful. I'm gonna put that down there, and then as I lift it out, there you go, look, oozing in attractant. I'm not going to get it anywhere near me because it smells like hell. You see it there like that. It's just a case of casting that out. All them attractants are leaking around the hook bait. Going to attract or fool any winter carp out there. Rod wise, I've got the MVR XX 12-foot carp feeder, a proper power model, made for casting. I'm going to be casting in excess of 60, 70 plus metres today here at Barston. So I want a rod that's going to be capable enough of casting that 1.5 ounce lead and the bag quite easily, and this rod can do it. Reel wise, it's the 4500 commercial power reel what we do. That's loaded up with 018 MVR carp feeder mono. I have a 12-pound shock leader on that. Again, I'm casting that heavy weight. I want to get it where I want to get it, and I don't want to be cracking off. And it's as easy as that. And then it's just a case of putting it out in the lake, being patient, and hopefully we get that rod dragged round with Mr. Carp on the end. So without any further ado, let's get it out there and see how we go. Well, I'm going to make this my last fish of the day because it's been freezing and I'm freezing. So we're going to make this last fish of the day. The carp, unfortunately, haven't put an appearance in. We haven't nailed one of the Barston brutes, as we like to call it, but I think the odds were stacked against us really this morning. As we drove down this lane this morning, there were ice on every single puddle. It was pure white everywhere. It just looked like a winter wonderland. So we were having us doubts. But we still managed to catch a few fish. Had some really big F1s. 1 or 2 skimmers as well. So at least we've had a string pulled on a poor day. And we're going to finish off. It's another F1, which is great. Like I say, it's not always about catching the biggest carp in the lake. It's getting a few bites on a cold day, especially in winter. And yeah, we've done that. Not the biggest, but like I say, pulled it round. Let's just bob that out of the way so you can see it. Come here. Wants to fight now, doesn't it? There we go. Certainly not the biggest, but certainly an heartwarmer on such a cold day. So let's get him back. I'm glad he's swimming in there and not me, I'll tell you. So there we have it, guys. Let me dry my hands because it's freezing. There we have it, guys. It's been a bitterly cold day here at Barston, but it just proves a point. If you're on the right tactics, you've got the right bait and the right mentality to go out there, be confident, be 100% focused in what you do, there's still bites to be had on a bitterly cold day. And I'd like to think we've proved that today just by fishing them little tea bags, bright coloured hook baits. Put that dip on them, you know, that's putting that food scent in the water. They come in looking for food, but there's none there other than your bright hook bait and then just them few pellets. And like I say, it's nailed us quite a few fish on an exceptionally cold day. So get yourself out there. We've still got a fair bit of winter to go yet, but the hazy days of summer are so close to us now, and we'll be emptying it everywhere we go. So until then, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you want to ask any questions to me on what you've seen and done today, drop a comment in the questions below and we'll answer it for you, or somebody will get back to you more or less as quickly as they possibly can. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. I'm going to have a nice cup of tea now up in the 19th hole here at Barston, and we'll see you next time when we're back out on the bank. Tight line.